Okay, so welcome to this demo for this Rails Campaign Finance app. What you're going to do is once you've cloned this repo and CD'd in, you're going to want to make sure you run bundle install and then Rails DB migrate. Once you've done all of that, you can go to your terminal, run thin start, and then you can navigate to this address in your browser, and it'll bring us to our home page where we are given the options to either log in with Facebook, or sign up. I already have a login, so actually let's log in with Facebook. So let's see, I can just select login with Facebook. It's going to use my Facebook credentials. It'll ask me if I would like to continue. I'm going to hit OK, and it brings me to my home page. Basically, the purpose of this app is for users to be able to track campaign donations for political candidates. It gives users the ability to register a candidate, register a contributor, and to register individual contributions. So it gives users the ability to just kind of keep track of all campaign donations. So we see here on our homepage that all of those choices are laid out for us. So first we can take a look and we can see which candidates are already listed in our site. So we see once we select our candidates link that all of the candidates that are available to us to look at their profiles are listed here. For example, we can click on this one and we're taken to this profile page for this candidate, and we see various information about this particular candidate. We can see their party affiliation, their current position, their key issues, which office position they're running for, and then we're also given the choice to see all contributions. So we can see all of the contributions that have been made to this candidate. And if we select that, we're brought to a page where it gives us a list of all of the contributions. We see here that we're also able to select further information by clicking these links about these individual contributions. So we see here that in January, a contribution was made to Kamala Harris for $10,000. I can click on this $10,000 and be brought to this profile page that will give me any information, any additional information, if available, for this individual contribution. And we can also learn more about who this contributor was, who contributed this amount of money to this campaign. So we can select our contributor, and we're brought to this profile page for this contributor, and it gives us a little bit more information. We can see here the industry for this contributor. Looks like, for example, it's made up, but, a super PAC for this candidate. We see that the industry is ideology or a single issue. We also have the option while we're here in this contributor page to list a new contribution. So we can select that, and we're brought here automatically. It's already pre-populated our contributor name. And so say we'd like to donate some additional funds to this candidate. Gives us this option, so we can donate $1,000. We'll say today, the 21st. Okay, so we can see here that we can fill in all of our fields, hit contribute, and that we've now listed a $1,000 contribution to Kamala Harris's campaign from the PAC Harris for President. And that's about it. So now we can also navigate to our contributions page, and we'll see here, so far we've only really listed contributions for Kamala Harris, but here we have listed all the contributions that have currently been made. We can go ahead and explore some further candidates. So we'll see here, we can select another candidate from our list. We can also list a contribution for this candidate. So we can go ahead and list another contribution for $100. We'll say today. And so we've listed another contribution. We can also fill in a little bit more information for our contributor. So we're taken to our contributor page. We can edit our contributor, and we can assign an industry affiliation for this contributor. So we're going to say this is just an individual citizen, so an industry selection wouldn't be not applicable. And we see here that our profile for our contributor has been updated with that information. And we can also navigate to see all of our current contributors in our system, just as well as we can see all of our contributions and all of our candidates. And once we're finished, you can always return to your home page. And so we're also given the ability to list a candidate that perhaps isn't already listed in our system. So we can go ahead and go to list a new candidate. We can enter in some information about our candidate. Let's see. Let's say this is our candidate. So we have the ability to select a party affiliation from this drop-down menu, but we also can enter in whichever party name that we would like to provide for our candidate in the event that it is not one of those provided in this selection. So let's just call our party affiliation this, we'll say running for president, currently, and platform outline. This is where you can include just pertinent information about your candidate, key issues. Let's say, okay, so then we can select list candidate, and then we're brought to the profile page for the candidate that we just created. And we still have our ability to list a contribution for this candidate. We see that listing a contribution for this candidate, our candidate name is already pre-populated with the candidate. And then we can add in a contribution here the same way as we did previously. And now this contribution is also listed. We can navigate to our contributions page, and we'll see here that that contribution is listed amongst all of the other contributions. And then we can return to our home. And if that's it, you can log out, and that's pretty much this campaign finance app.